Hey guys, some people were asking me what I took with me when I went backpacking, so I thought I'd do a few reviews and just share with you my thoughts on each of the pieces that I brought, pros and cons. So the sleeping system that I went with was a hammock. I'm not a lover of sleeping in a tent. I find them hot, clammy, never good on my back. It's always like I'm sleeping on the only rock around, and I don't enjoy it. So I bought a hammock last year, and I've been out in it 3 or 4 times now, I guess, and I really like a hammock. But this hammock is the Hennessy Expedition ASIM Zip. It's around 230 bucks on Amazon. I will leave the link down below, so if you are interested, check it out. But it comes with the rain fly. It comes with all your lines. I'm not sure if the sun's bugging the camera or not. With bungees for your tie out on your hammock. You will need stakes. I'll leave a link for the ones that I have too. I bought extra, they're called snake skins, and I'll show you after when I pack it up, but basically you just slide this over your whole hammock. There's one on that side down there, and that keeps it all snug like a bug in a rug. You get your ridge lines. You get 2 of your tree straps. There's this one here with a spider, and then another one here. The rain fly, like I said. This, because it's the Zip, it has a full bug net, integrated bug net, so you can't take it down, but you can flip it over. The zipper goes all the way from that end up to this end. There's an organizer in there, which I'll show you a bit more. You have the ASIM, which means you actually sleep in a hammock on an angle, not like a banana, so you can get a pretty flat lay. And you can control that, so if you want to be more bent, well, you can be more bent. If you want to sleep straighter, then you can sleep on a better angle. Show you some of the things that I like and a few of the things I don't like. It's heavy. It weighs about 3.5 pounds. So if you're trying to save some weight like I am, this is a bit on the heavy side. You know, you can get tents a lot lighter than that. The tree straps that it comes with, like over there, are good on small trees, but as soon as you get up to trees where you're looking at, you know, 16, 18 inches in diameter, those straps aren't going to cut it. So I actually had a couple straps that are from, I think these are from a tree harness, like a fall arrest system that you would buy. When you buy a tree stand, they come with the harness, and these are your, I think they're for like a self-rescue, where you can stick these down in a loop and you can step on them and take some pressure off your groin region, that blood supply. So that's what I pack, is at least one of those. The ropes are all right. They stretch a bit in the first few times you use it, but the rope's thick enough that you can tie knots in it and undo them fairly easy. I just use a trucker's notch. The snake skins, again, they're you know, they're okay. I'm not in love with them. A lot of people do. I can understand why. It's just not a big deal for me. Your rain fly is all integrated onto your ridge line with some prusik knots. They come set up, so you don't have to fiddle with them. You can just loosen them up when you want to take it down. One thing I'll mention when you're sleeping in a hammock is your butt gets cold. With the air going underneath, it really draws the heat out, and you got to do a couple things. One, you can either put a air mattress down or any sort of sleeping pad, and that'll help, but those things will slip and slide in there. or you got to get a underquilt, and that's my next purchase. They're rather expensive because they're made out of down, so you're looking at, you know, 350 Canadian, or you can get them out of the States for 200, 250, pay duty, shipping, the conversion, so you're better off to buy in Canada. But yeah, this is the Hennessy. There it is right there. Oh no, it's just a Hennessy Hammock. Made right here in Canada, so that's kind of nice to support Canadian products whenever possible. One of the downfalls is this rain fly is a little on the small side. It's perfectly adequate to keep you dry, but you can't set it up so that you can sit under it. Like, I have it pulled down fairly snug. If you were to open it up a bit more, you'd likely get wet. This will keep you dry. I mean, it's been pouring the last few days, and I've been checking the hammock, playing with it just to see how I could do with it, and this is almost the perfect configuration. It gives you the most amount of airflow, but it also keeps you dry. So, but it's really simple to pack up. I've just got my stakes tied down. I'm not going to pack it right up because I want it to dry a bit more today, but we will untie everything. Guess I could have done this off camera. We'll just edit that out. So, there. Ooh. I'll twist it around or what? There we go. More gooder that time. Pull the... These are the MSR mini groundhogs. They're really light. Hopefully you can see this. Just trying to untie it. There. So that's just the one fly. This one here's got bungee cord. So you could just hook it on like that. I just tied it because I didn't move it back far enough. So there's the zipper. Like I said, I'm gonna leave it out and shake it up, clean it up. There's the hammock. You got zippers front and back. This is the organizer. Not sure how well the camera's picking it up or not, but that's the organizer. You got a couple little hooks right here, so you can hang lights and books and whatever else you got to do. I throw it in a stuff sack so I can suck it down as tight as possible. I'll just yeah, the zipper goes all the way right up to the top, so it's pretty handy that way. I'll flip that down and then I can just untie this other side, and I'll show you the snake skins quickly. So what you do with the snake skins is, oh, I got some stakes here. Don't want them to rip anything. I just put them there so I didn't lose them. So one thing I did with mine is I put these little pieces of red duct tape on my head end, And I know that when I'm in it, if you're looking at the entrance, my head would be on the right. So when I set it up, I know that I'm going to be facing that way, if that makes any sense. It's just so when you set it up, you always know which way you're facing. If you know, you had lake on the one side and you set your hammock up on facing away from the lake, well, maybe that's not a great view for you. So this way I know when I'm setting it up right away that, okay, my head's going to be facing on this side, so I'm going to be facing, you know, west. Now I got a lake view. So these snake skins, you just basically slide them down. You would pull this up and slide it. And you work, it's all full of spiders. But you just work it down until you had everything covered up. You'd bunch that up, and then you'd end up with just your tubes. With everything contained, you wouldn't have to worry about any water. You know, if you were starting to set this up and it started pouring, boom, you just tie up your ends to the trees, and then you could leave it with your snake skins, and then when it stopped raining for a little bit, then you could come back out and carry on. It's a slick system. Yeah, I don't really love it. I don't know, I just find that it's one more thing to add to it, but I can leave a link to the snake skins. I think they're like 25 bucks on eBay, maybe 30 bucks on eBay. But that's the Hennessy Hammock. If you have any more questions, let me know, leave them down below. I'll get back to you, or at least I'll do my best. I really like it. It's a great starter package. You basically get everything you need except for some tent spikes. And you could certainly make your own. You could put a rock down on the ground and put them on a rock, underneath a rock. You know, you can get the little shepherd's wands. You can go aluminum, plastic, steel, titanium. You know, the sky's the limit as far as that goes. One thing I would consider doing, if you're especially if you're going alone, is removing that fly, that rain fly, and getting a bigger one. And then you could set your hammock up with a porch mode. Check out Shug on YouTube. The guy is a hammock genius, and he's basically has a video of anything you can think of as far as hammocks go. So I'm just gonna get this back out of the snake skins and let it dry. But super great hammock if you're looking to get into the hammock world. You know, they're Canadian made, so that's kind of nice. And you get everything in the kit. Everything other than the snake skins, that extra tree strap, and the spikes come with it for about 250 bucks. So it's worth it as far as I'm concerned. So give it a try, guys.